Hello everyone, welcome to another Scuffed Radio video. In today's video we're going to be putting this 102-inch whip on my Suburban. It is a true 102-inch whip. I've been wanting one for a long time and I finally got one. So we're going to go ahead and install this on the truck. So let's go ahead and get out there and put it on the truck. Alright, here we are out in the mobile, and just to show you right now what this SWR is for the Fire Stick, on channel 19, 27.185, we are a 1 to 1.0. That's what the antenna looks like. It's just a Fire Stick KW6. I've been running this for a few days, just trying it out and see how I like it. But we're going to now replace this with the 102-inch whip. Alright, so we're just going to take the Fire Stick off of here. And this 102-inch whip does not have a spring on it yet. Has not been tuned, so this is all going to be from scratch pretty much. Alright, we'll just do it hand tight for now. Not great, not terrible. I think the real problem is that the tuning is just off a little bit. Let's change the span here to 6 megahertz. Okay, it looks like the SWR is the best at a 1 to 1.1 at 29.465. So that's in the 10 meter band. So we actually need to shift this over, and what I see a lot of people say is they say to put a spring on it. I've got a spring here. So let's just go ahead and put that on there. Screw the spring on here. And then go ahead and put the whip on at the top. Okay, now we've got that whole setup on there. Let's check our standing wave ratio. And it moved a little bit. It did move a little bit down. Yeah, we're down to a 1 to 1.1 on 28.745. So that helped a little bit, but we still need to lengthen this thing somewhat to bring the frequency down. All right, so I've got my little set screws here, and I'm gonna attempt to just pull this out a bit. Let's see how far out we can go. We can go out that far. So I'm just gonna screw that in there, tighten it back down a little bit, and let's take a look. 27.185 is a 1 to 1.2, which isn't terrible. And I'm starting to think here's something else. I like to chalk on channel 31 a lot. So I would still like it if I could get the frequency a little higher, but I may have to get a longer spring to make that work. So we'll try it right now with the way it is, but I'll probably end up getting a longer spring and putting that on there and seeing if we can't use that later. One slight problem we're gonna have with this thing is we're gonna start hitting stuff, because the truck is about 6 feet tall just on its own, and when you add another 10-ish feet to it, you're definitely over the 13.5 feet clearance. Now this doesn't mean that you're gonna hit power lines necessarily, but it does mean that you're gonna start hitting trees and other things, as well as any like roads that have especially low clearances, like if there's a bridge going over or something. Definitely have to watch out for those. But now we've got the 102-inch whip on there. You can see the Hustler in comparison. This thing's actually longer than the Hustler. I'm excited about this, man. This is pretty sick. I really like the way that it looks on the truck. I know it's like a huge dork alert, but I actually quite like it. So I'm gonna hop in the truck here from my current QTH and give it a try, and then we'll head up to Montesano to the lookout and try it there. Okay, so right off the bat I can tell you that this thing is picking up less noise. Normally where I'm parked right now there's usually about an S1 signal worth of noise, but I'm getting an S0, which is pretty cool. Let's click around on the channels a little bit here and see what we can hear. Here's a Spanish Super Bowl, Channel 9.
But okay, if you're talking to RC, I'll step back. Hey, Medicine Man, I thought you was in Alabama for a minute there. Hey, Medicine Man, the Moonlighter's out.
Alright, well now let's go test it up on the mountain. got some activity on 5.2 there, but let's go ahead and start checking out the 11 meter. So I'm running a Cobra 29LX with a 2-pill amp in the back, pushing about 130 watts peak power. Let's go ahead and turn the squelch down here and see what we can hear. All right. 425 in the mobile. Anybody got a copy on this here mobile station?
Hello, 425. Triple deuce, wait a minute.
Triple something I heard in there. Triple something, didn't get the last part. I'm up here in Huntsville, Alabama. Where are you at?
That'd be triple deuce, we're down here in Madison.
Triple deuce down there in Madison. I just put this 102-inch whip on my truck here. Just trying it out. You're coming in pretty strong here in Alabama. From Monte Sano up here at the lookout.
Yeah, 14. Doing a good job for you.
You got a copy on the Ranger?
We're down here close to the field.
Heard a station in there going by Ranger. Ranger? You calling me?
Yeah, 10-4. Ranger indicator.
Ranger indicator, this is Midnight Man over here on the Cecil Ashburn Drive lookout up on top of Monte Sano. Coming in here pushing about an S7 into my radio.
10-4, you sounding good out there, my friend. Stay quiet.
I appreciate it, man. Midnight Man in the mobile. Anybody other stations out there, give me a radio check. Just trying out this new 102-inch whip mounted up on my Suburban. One thing I'm noticing now is that when I key up on here, test 1, 2, we get signal coming on the 2 meter. Test 1, 2. Midnight Man in the mobile. Midnight Man in the mobile. Anybody out there got a copy on this mobile station? I copy Sandman, but I didn't get your 20.
Yeah, this is a Sandman down here north of Athens in Elmont. Copy.
North of Athens and Elkmont. I got you in there. You're a little down in the weeds, but I got you in there. How you copying me? Well, I appreciate the comeback. Just trying out this 102-inch whip on top of my my SUV here. Thanks for coming back to me. You're sounding down in the weeds, but definitely readable up here from Monte Sano.
Yeah, 10-4. I just thought I'd holler at you, see if you could hear me, man. Midnight Man, sounding good, man. Sandman over here in Elmont on the side.
Well, we're up here at about 1,100 feet, and we're doing pretty good. I think that this here new 102-inch whip antenna is doing really well. I compared it to my previous video where I called out towards Athens and got out there. So we talked to a couple stations that were right around that area, Athens, Madison, and somebody up north of Athens actually. So we did pretty well. I would say that this antenna is working as good as advertised. It's kind of one of those things where on AM you can't really look at an S meter and say one thing is better than the other unless you have a station that is a set distance from you that you can reach. But I'm not able to get anybody here that I talk to regularly right now. I think they're all busy, so it's hard to compare exact figures. But as far as performance goes, I definitely think it's hearing a little more. Everybody that comes in is just a little stronger than normal. They've got a little bit more of an edge over the noise. I do feel like the noise is lower, which is a bit odd because it's you got more antenna, you'd think more noise, but no, I feel like we're actually getting a little bit less noise with more signal, which is always a good thing. So overall, I think this is really, really good. I'm really, really happy with this new 102-inch whip, and I think I'm gonna try and daily drive it as much as I can. I've already figured out the secret of going through drive-thrus and not hitting anything. I already deal with tall antennas every day anyway, so I might as well just run this. The only downside is, of course, smacking tree branches, and over time I think that might bend the tip of the antenna. As long as I can bend it back into a smooth shape, I'll be fine. I just don't really want to ride around with a bent crooked antenna on my roof. I don't really like that. That's not my style, so that's something I got to keep in mind. But I'm definitely happy about this 102-inch whip. I think it's really, really cool, and if you can get away with it, definitely run one if you can. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, 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 bye.